Hello guys, welcome again to my channel. So today we are going to do the first setup of your Mac Mini M4. So this I'm doing for the very first time. So this is completely new for me. So let's see what it is going to look like. So first thing first is that you need to tap on this power button. So this is the main button to turn your Mac Mini on. So it was at the bottom, but it's not that an issue. So once you do that, you will see hello in every language, and you just need to click on continue, which is at the bottom. Once you do that, you will have to choose the language that you want. So I chose English. Now it will take some time, and then you will have to choose the country, then the language, accessibility, which I don't need. So yeah, so this is very good if you have any disability. Now you need to choose your Wi-Fi network. So this is required because if in case there is an OS update, so Mac is going to check that for you. So once you connect to the internet, then it actually checks if there is any update on the OS or not. So right now it is checking that. So here you can see that there is an update required. So I did the update and it took a lot of time. So it downloaded the 2.44 GB software update, which was a lot to be sure, because I have only 256 GB variant. And once that was done, it required another 15 minutes. It didn't took 30 minutes as it is saying here, but it took around 15 minutes and then it rebooted. Now when it rebooted, basically I had to provide all the configuration again, like your Wi-Fi password, because I don't know how, but it should not do that. So I had to provide the Wi-Fi password all over again, as in I did in the first configuration. So the boot was quite time taking. As you can see here, it took a lot of time. And I was assuming that Mac is quite fast, so it won't take that much of a time during initial setup or boot up, but it took a lot of time. And I'm a Windows user. I was a Windows user before this, so my experience was that it is slow, but it didn't took this much of a time while load up or boot up. So as you know, Windows gets update, but again you get to see a very few updates, but here it took a lot of time for sure. Finally it is booting up. And then it took a few seconds again to show me the setup all over again. So as you can see here, it blanked out and then it asked me all the details all over again. So I did choose the same details as before. So India, continue, as in not now. Then I provided the password all over again, and then it was working. So now it is asking me for the data and if I have to migrate the data. So I didn't had any data, so I moved back and not now and skipped for now. Then I have to log in. So this is not a must, you can set it up later, but I had the account with me, so I thought let's do it. So this was the account I actually used to buy the Mac Mini as well. Now the good thing is that it has a two-factor authentication by default given to you. You don't have to choose it. So this was pretty good. So Apple is secure for sure. Again, it took a lot of time, and then you will be asked for terms and condition. And finally you need to create a computer account. So I just have to choose the password. Continue. Now the password will be invalid if you use the same password as the initial setup account password. So these two have to be different. So I chose a different one And now the thing is that I get confused like which password to use where. So yeah, that's new for me, so this is bound to happen, right? And then finally your out iCloud is setting up. So I did this here, it took a lot of time, but it saved me again a lot of time. When it actually boots up, then I didn't had to do anything. I was having all the things in place to just use it, so that was pretty good. So I didn't need iCloud keychain for now, so I used setup later. I enabled the location services for maps basically, and it was okay for me to share analytics with Apple. Then screen time continue, share iCloud analytics. I choose that and pretty much do everything whatever comes to me by default. And finally you get to see welcome to Mac. So this was much awaited, right? Click continue, and finally you have this screen, which is your home screen. And because I don't have Mac keyboard, Mac mouse with me, so it is asking me for the initial setup, and once you do that, you are all good to go. Now I have installed a few applications as I'm a developer, so I require a lot of applications like IDE, basically IntelliJ, MySQL Workbench, and chess for no reason. So this is your launchpad basically. Here you see a lot of application which came to me by default. So here whatever you see I didn't install. I did install chess application, and I have PyCharm here. Then I have a lot of applications with me which I use. This I installed for no reason. I don't need it, so I will just remove it. And then you have these animations, so this feels pretty good. Like, I'm not using a Mac mouse, so for sure I'm missing a lot of things, but yeah, this feels pretty good. Now you have this taskbar or dock, as you say in Mac, and then you have system settings. So yeah, so I think it is so this is quite new for me, so I will take a few days to finally get the first impression out of it, and then I'll make a video of like what was my experience using this in a few weeks. So stay tuned for that, and I hope that you like this content. If you did, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So this is it for this video. Have a good one.